Hello, welcome to this podcast. My name is Beatrice Marse. I am a singer songwriter from France. First of all, at the time of recording, I don't know what name I'm going to give to that podcast. I'm trying to I'm trying to speak close to the microphone, so it should be better. I see after rendering. Well, I hear it after rendering, and you can hear it right now, basically. And number 3, I have to confide in you. Few weeks back, I've decided to make to record a podcast that had actually trashed. It's gone in the archive. I've never put it online. It was something like 2 or 3 podcasts ago for the people who are subscriber to my podcast, or a subscriber to my YouTube channel called Beatrice Marse. So, and the theme was because few weeks ago I was looking at a video on YouTube, and someone was saying, well, ASCAP is saying that they're gonna be delay in payment and they have some difficulty to pay. And then I made the relation. So, to be fully transparent, okay, I'm an independent artist from France. My PRO is the French PRO, which is the SACEM, and my distributor is CD Baby. And I have to say that to this date, since the first release of my album, which was in April 2017, I have not received any payment from those organizations, mainly basically the PRO, the French PRO, and the CD Baby. So, to be fully transparent, but it's not because I'm not fully fledged what you would consider be a fully fledged artist, independent artist, and making money from her music. It doesn't make a difference to me, because I still got an opinion, because I've kind of slowly but surely trying to work out. Well, I'm still working out, but I understand a bit better how things work nowadays. And the other day, I just realized by watching another video on YouTube that maybe the system will actually send me some money somewhere, somehow, because of a streaming thingy. So, as it's gonna be, it should be, and it could be, I don't know if it should be, but it could be something in the region of maybe 50 cents, or 1 or 2, I don't know. And which is gonna be interesting anyway. But the day it happens, it would be a personal win for me, because as I said before, one is better than nothing. So, I was saying, yes, few weeks back I've heard about the fact that ASCAP had some difficulty to pay the artist, and this the idea came back to me today. And I made a parallel with a video that I've actually recorded for my French YouTube channel, where I was talking about basically I was like saying to the people listening to my video, saying that now is the time to try to educate yourself on things that you don't know about, because you got more and more people actually recording podcasts or recording videos on YouTube, and those people are just speaking candidly about the system we are surrounding with, if you understand what I'm saying. And it goes to and I say, and then I've made a second video, and I was talking about basically, when I was talking about educate yourself, I was actually talking about the economic side of things, especially in France, because I was saying that people from political parties are kind of coming into the to YouTube and talking kind of candidly about how the whole system works somehow. So, and then in terms of economic presence, the economic crisis we are living in, people are very candid about things, as it's not only in France, it's, I would say, worldwide. So I was thinking, well, it was a bit silly not to actually take advantage of the thing that people are saying. And then made the second video. So if you're French, then you can go to my French YouTube channel and see what I was saying. And on the second video, I was saying, well, I'm educating myself anyway, and this is what I've learned about the whole, the crisis we are living in. So today I'm recording this podcast. It's May the 1st, 2020. So we in France, we almost been on lockdown for the past almost soon it's gonna be 2 months, basically. So yeah, maybe a month, 3 weeks or something like that. A month, 3 weeks, or maybe something like that. So yeah, and then I made the parallel this morning about the thing, and also I've listened, I watched other videos, and people are saying, well, on the music, in the music industry, things are not happening anymore, and the reason why, this is the reason of this podcast, and this was the reason of the other podcast that you will never hear sorry, it's that because nothing's happening in the music industry, basically the PROs are not collecting money, or if they are collecting money, if we can collect money, if people have got enough money to actually pay them, it's past podcast. If you understand what I'm saying, the work that's been done before the shutdown, and then for past 2 months there's nothing coming in. And in France the situation is that truly you can readily think that there will nothing much will happen in 2020 if you're in the music industry. You lost your income, you lost your money, nothing is gonna happen, and there's no way you can actually try to try to make the money you've lost for the past 2 months anyway. And because anyway the French government have decided that things are going to be shut down. Some businesses are still going to be shut down, so you can't regroup. You can't gather together, and the restaurants are still going to be shut. So it's going to be an impact on the travel industry as well as the music industry. And the more important thing, there's no concert going around. So basically, what's happening right now is that the only way you can actually earn some money if you're an artist in the music industry is through streaming. And we all know how the streaming platform are paying the artists. Basically, we all know we're talking about cents, or not even cents, or fraction of cents, even in euros or in dollars. And roughly I think it's the same, basically. So it's not much. Then when they decide to pay, and then yeah, so which means that if there's no concert, there's no money coming into the coffers of the PROs. If there's no business where you can actually listen to music, there's no money that's gonna come in the future in the coffers of the PRO. So, and if there's any money at all coming in, it's gonna be like a fraction of what it was used to be. So, which to me put in the light the system we are living in terms of are they actually people are getting paid. And so I usually, the word I like to use is it's the way the world is organized in all industries, kind of a legit Ponzi scheme. That's all I can say. Some people use the word pyramid, but I would like to say the legit Ponzi scheme, in the sense that you've got regulations around the whole system, okay, rules of laws that's been promulgated and applied every day. So that makes things a little bit easy, and rules, full stop, that makes the whole system work the way it used to be. And now I'm thinking, I think that pretty surely, even though I know from history that the French PRO is rather wealthy, I think pretty sure something is gonna happen. People and some artists may not get the money they used to have, even though they legitimately earned it. Maybe the PRO will not have the money to actually pay them. And this is the reason I'm referring to somehow a Ponzi scheme, where the Ponzi scheme is that you get some money and then you redistribute it to someone else. And basically, this is how the whole wide world works. And now we, even if we didn't know about it, and some people in the past were actually were saying it, now we discover with this crisis that this is how the world actually works. And, and now it's gonna have some trouble. We are in trouble. So I'm still wondering what will happen to the music industry. Right now, I can see on the internet that and social media in general that celebrities, musicians, artists, whoever, whatever you want to call them, are behaving. I would say the 80s people are behaving in a way that they were not used to. They were used to actually belittle the people on social media, and now they just like doing everything that they were used to belittle. Basically, they really present in social media right now. You can see them at every corner on every single platform, and basically, you know, if you do something for 30 days, basically you've got a habit, and you may realize what the benefits are from your habit. That's the reason why I'm thinking right now that the music industry now has changed. So I'm perfectly aware that you've got those big major labels, and they have a kind of monopoly. The other day I was watching, and people, one person was saying that basically the major labels earn over rise to a third of all the recordings in the world, so which is a lot of money. And basically, those rights can actually are coming through streaming, essentially. That's interesting, and yeah, I'm thinking that the music industry is about to change. It's going to be forced to change, because it's true that some are is with everything was set up, but not to the advantage of the artist or of the performer. It's true that many things have changed. I believe that many things I've heard that many things have changed through the years, but I think with that crisis, something there's going to be a drastic change. And some people may realize, especially on the 80s, even if they didn't want, even if they didn't want to believe it, or they could see other people doing it, they will realize that maybe trying to be a small business, a real small business, is you might be better off than trying to be to work for major record labels who well, who is actually who as a person, should I say that, even though it's just an entity, yeah, it's a company who are actually earning most of your, well, are taking most of your earnings. So they should be, some people may are realizing there's an alternative, even though you cannot do you cannot perform anymore. You can still make some money, not as much as before, but some people, they're doing just fine. I'm just dead sure of it. But what I'm saying is that, first of all, there were the celebrities were not concerned with social media. Now, more than ever, they are present. I think it's going to change how social media looks like, and I just hope that the little people that were used to be belittled will still be able to make a living on social media. That's what I can say. But then, on the other hand, on social media, it's fair game. So it doesn't matter who you are. It's actually what matters really is the content you can actually produce to entertain your audience. So this is what matters. So it doesn't matter how much money you put into it. It's just what matters is that you are there on social media and you put some content that appeals to large audience. That's what I can say. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So does it mean that basically until the end of this year, so I kind of, if I'm going all through the processes, the thinkings that more and more PROs are going to be in trouble because if the money doesn't come in the way it was used to, how can they pay the artists? They owe money to the artists, and it's money they haven't got because the money has long been gone. And as you all may know, if you don't know, is that I know I'm doing some podcasts, but it's like it's borderline between you're a fan, you can understand things, and you're an artist, and then you can understand it. But bear with me. So it's gonna be like it's gonna be interesting because literally those people have like this money is coming right now, and because there's no money in the coffers. What am I saying? The entitlement are coming right now, but because there's not enough money in the coffers, basically the artists cannot be paid. So this is a quite it's a very interesting situation, and I truly believe deep inside that what's good for the artist, especially if you're making music, is that we are in a era better than ever. And most professional people are saying it, and some of them are a bit angry about it somehow. Is that if you are an artist, you can make the living. You can make a living the way you want to do it more than ever. You don't have to rely on major labels or some intermediaries. You can do it through social media and the technology. And the most important thing is does not cost you much to do it. And the very interesting thing is that you can earn some money, some decent money by doing it. So to be fully transparent, this is not my case. The only reason I keep doing this podcast is number one, I like it, and then I know that I need to be present on, I need to ensure my presence on social media. So if I can, if I want if I want my music to be heard somehow, so this is why I'm doing it. But truly is that I really enjoy recording this podcast. So and I will enjoy it a little bit more if you were actually interacting with me. So that's all I can say. So yeah, it's a very interesting time. So that crisis is turning the world upside down, but apparently it never really existed somehow. It was just an illusion, but now it looks like the illusion is kind of vanishing on many industries. So this is going to be interesting. So who will win? If is there meant to be any winner really? I don't believe it anyway. So but yes, I do believe that the music industry it's about to change drastically. So and I only hope that it's going to be to the advantage of the artists, the performers who are kind of earning next to nothing, and especially and I hope that it's going to be much more easier for the independent artists to actually earn some decent money, because just put it straight. Just I have to say it straight up is that in whatever, even if you're famous or you're not famous, okay, the thing is that you earning a little money for your art. Even some of you may make a living out of it, but the truth is it's very little money and a lot of hard work for next to nothing. So you really need to do that because you want to do it, because your heart's in it, and that's just about it. But if you want to do it for the money, clearly you really need to actually sell your soul, which is something this is something I'm not prepared to do. So that was it for me, and I can assure you that the previous podcast done on the subject doesn't sound like the one I've recorded today. So you're not missing anything at all. So thank you for listening to me, and you hear from me next time, or you will see me next time if you go in on my YouTube channel called Beatrice Marse. Thank you very much. See you next time.